Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They'll brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day with positive news. We got the SnoJam Comedy Festival coming up, and our guest is one of the comedians who will be coming to Sioux Falls next month to perform for this event. We've got Maxi Witrak joining us. Maxi, how are you?
I'm doing great, John. How are you?
Well, I am fantastic. I've got two questions for you. Where are you from, and have you ever been to Sioux Falls, South Dakota before?
I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I've never been to any of the Dakotas before.
So being in Seattle, the weather there, do you guys get snow and stuff like that in Seattle?
It's very mild, and I've heard stories about South Dakota, so I went out and bought some long underwear.
That's a very good idea, and you have to bring those with when you come join us. There were over 250 people who submitted videos, and you were one of the top 30, so you're one of the best of the best of the best, so congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. I hacked online and removed everyone else's tape.
That's awesome. Well, whatever you did, it worked. And I had a chance, being on the selection committee, to watch a bunch of videos this year.
You did?
I did. And there were so many funny comedians, and some of the funny comedians that didn't get to make the cut because there's only 4 days for the comedy festival. We don't have room for everybody. But the ones that are going to be here are going to be awesome. So explain to people what your comedy style is like.
I have a lot of personal stuff that I try to bring out because even the most specific details I have about my life, usually I'll get people coming up to the shows afterwards and telling me, oh, my God, my sister also, blah, blah, blah. And so I don't try to make it too broad. I feel like the more specific I get about my own life, the more people are spotting the similarities.
Very good. So who would you say are like your influences in comedy, that people you watched as you were growing up?
Oh, God, I wish I could say she's an influence in the sense that I'm like her. I feel like I'm more like an Anthony Jeselnik, but I aspire to be Tig Notaro. Just that right amount of alt comedy where if you're in the room with her, she's in the room with you. It's not, of course it's scripted, but she's ready to take on someone coughing in the back and make a show about it instead of ignoring what's happening in the room.
That's awesome. Now, you're from Washington State, but I see on here that you're in L.A. now. Are you living in Los Angeles now?
I do live in L.A. now. I've been here for almost a decade, came here for acting, and then started comedy out here.
That's cool that you're doing some acting. Are you doing like movies and television shows, or what are you doing?
Definitely with COVID, it has actually gotten me more work. I've gotten a few features. I don't know who watches daytime TV of your listeners, but my very first role was on The Bold and the Beautiful.
That is really cool. I've heard of that. It's been around a while.
Making some grandmas proud out there.
So if there was only one thing you could do, would it be acting? Would it be stand-up comedy? Would it be singing? What would it be if you could only do one thing?
Oh, dang, that is so hard. I got the chance to start playing live concerts with my band again, and as thrilling as stand-up comedy is, we were performing, and as we were doing the songs, I realized, you know what? This is so much easier when you know the words to your songs, you know exactly how it's going to go. We can just relax and have fun.
That is so true. You can tell the same joke to 5 different audiences, and you could get 5 completely different reactions.
Exactly. You know it. It's the best and the worst of part of comedy.
And that's something that's really cool, going to like the open mic nights. You'll get a chance to watch comedians each week tell the same joke, but maybe they twist it just a little bit. And then over the course of a month or maybe 2 months, you've seen the progression of that joke until it actually becomes the joke that they put in their actual set. And there's something special about watching that joke mature and grow up and like become the joke that they actually tell.
Oh boy, you're exactly right. And that is the great part of the first part I started embracing about living in LA. I didn't like it at first, but headliner professionals working on their jokes for their specials, if you go see them every couple of weeks working on their stuff, you're seeing the evolution of those bits, and then by the time you watch the special that's taped, a year later, you're seeing the finished product, but every step it took along the way.
That is really a fun thing to watch that happen. And I'm excited to meet you when you get to Sioux Falls for SnoJam Comedy Festival. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat.
I'm very excited to be there. Can't wait for it. Thank you, John. Absolutely.
Again, SnoJam Comedy Festival is coming up on January 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. It'll be here before you know it. If you would like to get tickets, you can get those right now at snojamcomedyfest.com.